agree to do this again. It's been, like I said, it's been too long.
Yeah, I know. I fucked it up, but I always fuck everything up. It's just
Oh,
how.
come on, you gotta give yourself more credit than that.
Well, I don't fuck everything up, but yeah, a lot of shit. A lot of shit. I'm not taking anything away from it, but yeah, I fuck up plenty of shit. Welcome to the show, everybody. The CME Blues. It's been a while, but I've been away from the forums in terms of the show, but I decided I was gonna bring it back because I got a little bit of time off, and I got a little bit of brandy, and I got an extra shoulder for fucking support.
And I got a little bit of wine left, plus
Yep.
some bourbon.
Yep. He is on the show, guys. I actually got one of you motherfuckers on the show again, and it's not as easy as it sounds. But me and Sholdy been like talking about doing this for a little while now, so it's cool that it finally came to fruition. I kind of owe this to him in a lot of ways because I kind of dipped out a couple of times, didn't I? I was like bitching out like the last 2 times we were supposed to do the show and shit. Right?
It's all good though. I mean,
Oh,
it's
come
happening
on.
in life,
You guys are so
ultimately,
nice to me. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'm just such a kiss ass, okay?
Kiss ass. Kissing my ass? Oh, give me a break. Like, the only one learning anything around here is me learning from you guys. I mean it's all the time. That's what's great about the forums for me. I learn, like, something every day on the forums from one of y'all. That's on the
Yeah, I think that's why I frequent the forums usually every day. Just a standpoint that there's. I mean, yes, we're not exactly a big community as some of the other sites out there, but even as a small community, we all know each other pretty well. To the point that we play games together online, and that's actually I think where we bond even more.
I mean that's like the thing though, right? I mean, even though we're not such a huge community, we still make our mark. And it's not necessarily because, we're not saying anything that maybe other sites are saying, but from the perspectives that we have here on the forums, it's not like it's an exclusive place. It's not like we don't invite people to come along, I mean, but it tends to have that feel, like an exclusive feel, because there are so few posters here, and every single one of the posters that are here make posts that are worth reading. I mean, I'm sure we can both agree on that.
Yeah, we all, whenever we make posts, most of the time, people tend to read them, they'll comment on them or rate them, whatever, they'll basically, we understand each other.
We all feed off of each other, right? Like
we all feed off each other's
right.
bullshit, basically.
Like, that's the way I feel. I feel like we all feed off of each other's kind of intellects and, that's pretty much what I think I try to provide to the forums, is a nice little counter-argument to most of what's going on there, just because a lot of the times that's just how I feel. But it's great, though. I don't mind the small community. I think that it makes us more of almost like a family. And to me, that's, more important than having, some kind of, like, huge influx of users here. I mean, sure, you keep flicking boogers at the wall, one of them's gonna stick, you know what I'm saying? But exactly. So the more users you have here, probably, the more content you're gonna receive. But the content that gets produced here is of the highest quality, in my opinion. So, even though we don't have a lot of users, we still produce a lot of good content. And I would say,
I think that's part of it.
Right? That's a huge part of it for me.
Well, like I said, the vast 99% of us on Nintendo Enthusiasts don't make money. We don't make money. We don't make money off of this.
Yeah, a lot of dude. I found out a lot of the people that work on the front page don't get paid, and that changes kind of my perspective about some of them in a lot of ways.
For me, anyway, it kind of means that hey, they're not doing this for the money. They're doing this because they just have an absolute joy making this kind of stuff. And obviously recently, Matt, Jude, and the guys basically, they invited me to write articles for them as well.
Yeah,
so,
you guys have been producing some great stuff.
Yeah,
I wish I could show some of that stuff, but it's in a secret writer's kitchen that I can't reveal.
Yeah, so that's so basically
It would
when new
ruin the
content,
surprise to
new
talk
articles come
about.
out, we'll have them. I'm actually in the process of writing an article right now. I won't mention what it is, but let's just say it requires a bit more research than my previous one. So,
Yeah, putting some more thought into this one, huh?
yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, you always put a lot of thought into everything you post, in my opinion. So
Oh, thank you.
I think that kind of translates into the articles that you've been writing and some of the stuff that I've seen in the Writer's Kitchen. And I know you guys, like I said, I can't show you guys the Writer's Kitchen. It's like down here. Like I could point at it, but I can't click it because that would be like an abuse of trust. Besides, and like I said, it would ruin the surprise. Trust me, these are the kind of things that are worth waiting for. And a lot of the times, these guys put a lot of work into a lot of the articles that they write. And I mean, they've been writing so much content that there's literally like a back kind of, it's backed up in the Writer's Kitchen with like so much content that they have to trickle it out to you guys, like as because they don't just want to just throw it all out there. They want to trickle it out at the right time and have it be relevant at the right time and everything. And I think you guys are doing a great job in the Writer's Kitchen. I think all you guys, COV, especially you, Donut. Donut's always been great at writing stuff. I mean,
He's really good at proofreading.
man, yeah, and he helps you guys a lot with like proofreading your guys' stuff before it goes onto the front page, right? Yeah, see, that's real interesting too. See, that's something I didn't really realize until recently. I had this like talk with Matt. I can't really talk about, but we had this like talk about all this stuff. He was telling me a lot of stuff that I can't discuss because I told him I wouldn't. And there was just a lot of revelations about some of the people here, and I realized, man, like people like Donut, man, he puts in work, man. And same thing with Juke. Same thing with all the
especially
guys.
Juke.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on, they put in lots of work. I didn't realize like how much work like some of these guys are putting in. So yeah, I tip my hat to you. I tip my mask to you. Fucking you guys. I think you guys are doing a great job. I think eventually, this place is gonna end up being big, and unfortunately, I'll probably hate it, but it'll be good for the site, and it'll be good for Menashe, and it deserves to be that. So,
It's
kudos to all you guys, to you Shoulder, to COV, to all the guys in the back end that are keeping the front page alive as far as having a back end presence as far as a forum presence on the front page. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are putting some work into that stuff, and it means a lot to me because I like to see the forum showcase on the front page, whether it's like you or one of the other deserving people that are writing articles for the front page. There's a lot. There's just a lot back there, man, that I can't talk about. That is just, when you finally read it, you'll be like, wow, this is cool. Trust me, I think you guys will enjoy it.
I think what usually sells it, well, I don't want to say sells it, but usually what I've noticed with all of ours is you can tell that we have a passion for writing what we're writing.
Yeah, right? Like, not even
of,
just Nintendo or video games, like a passion
right,
for writing
it doesn't have to
general.
be just Nintendo related.
I agree. It comes through in the stuff that I read. Like, every day. I totally am feeling like a lot of the stuff I've been reading lately. Even though I've been kind of hard on Nintendo lately, I feel like, I don't know. If you want to be honest, let's be honest. I'll be honest with you. And I've told Matt this before. I feel like a lot of the times there has to be a conflicting opinion on the forums. And a lot of times I feel this way anyway. But, other people, they might take it like, I don't know. Like they look at some of the stuff that I post is just like derailment and going off in different directions and kind of like going away from the topic and just blowing shit up basically. And that's not, that's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm glad that it's having that effect because in all honesty, I feel like it breeds better conversation, better posts, better like back and forths between everyone, It's like conflict kind of breeds that, and without any conflict on the boards, there's there's this sense of just like, I don't know, and sometimes I like that feeling in the forums, but I feel like every now and again things need to get shooken up because certain forum posters wouldn't be able to respond in the ways that they are able to respond when things do get shook up a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Right, and actually going with that, there's a very good quote. I believe it was Patton who said this. I can't quite remember if it was him, but the quote was, "If everyone is thinking alike, then somebody is not thinking."
Damn, that's some deep shit. you always got some deep shit to say, like as far as in your postage, especially about like some of the posts you've been making lately. I didn't get to read the post that you made in the martial arts thread that you guys made, but
Yeah,
I heard you and Matt talking about
posts.
it. It sounded epic.
Well, there was a couple of posts I made last night, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and then apparently there was like a database corruption. So
Yeah, I was like,
the
what the
backup
fuck
went
happened?
reverted back to Monday. So it just had to do, I continue to discover new things, and with that, I go like, wait a minute, this is this or this is that, and then it just goes on from there, and then you break things down in ways that I never even thought you could, and it's not exactly things that for some people that's not, this is not new, but it's always those light bulb moments, and I think that's why I keep coming back to that. But at the same time, that's why I tend to do anything new, is because especially when you discover something that you hadn't really realized before.
That you liked or that you enjoyed.
Right, and then plugging that in with the forums, if we all just had the same line of thinking, in some ways we kind of feel a little stagnant. So when you have someone who kind of says, well, hey, wait a minute, what about this? Or what about that? What about this point of view? And then sometimes for us, it helps us take a step back and kind of rethink what we're doing or what we're saying, go, oh yeah, actually, I kind of actually like that,
Yeah.
Or I can understand that.
See, I know Matt feels that way too. Like, he feels like, these kind of confrontations that sometimes we have on the forums in terms of like having these arguments and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. it breeds really, good conversation eventually. It's like, at first it might seem kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I think people think I'm just coming out of this shit out of my ass, but in all honesty, it's like, I feel like it's nice to be here and be able to offer a view that I don't see someone else offering. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like here on T&E, there's that opportunity that isn't really seen or it's harder to achieve on an IGN or a GameFAQs or something. It's like there's that opportunity to be unique here. And I feel like every poster that's here right now is incredibly unique in terms of not just their posting style, but in their personalities and the things that they like and dislike and so on and so forth. So I feel the same way.
Yeah, I think with that, because we do, share a lot of our passions and love, not just with Nintendo, even though we have our own quirks about them, sometimes we have our disagreements with what Nintendo is doing, obviously.
Oh yeah, it always comes back to Nintendo.
Yeah, it always comes back. But then ultimately, we're all gamers, of different tastes, and, we're not all just Nintendo gamers. We are gamers, we love Xbox, we love PlayStation, we love computer games.
Right.
We love all these things, and and then it resonates in our posts a lot.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like it's just a unique place, and I feel very lucky to be a part of it, without a doubt. I mean, I met cool fucking people like you and Matt. I mean, everybody. I mean, I'll get to that in a second. I should probably get to some of the topics we're going to talk about. But
yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, first
this
on
is kind of
my list.
Our 10-15 minute introduction.
Oh, whatever, man. Fuck the 10-15 minute introduction. I just think it's cool to be able to drop like some wisdom, something that the people on T&E are going to relate to, and they're going to relate to it because some of the stuff that we talk about is all the same stuff that we all talk about, and that's really what the point of the show is. I mean, that whole intro was great. It's one of those things that you don't get on a typical T&E Blue show, in my opinion. So I personally enjoyed it. Just saying. But hey, check this out. First, I want to bring up the Amiibo thing, and I know, like, okay, I've been beating Amiibo into the fucking ground, but I've also been praising it because I honestly feel like it's going to be like the next Skylanders. It's going to be like that next Infinity. It's going to be really popular with the kids. You know what I mean? Like in terms of Smash, like I feel like it's driving Smash sales, like not just a little bit. Like I feel like it's gonna be one of the driving forces this Christmas for the kids to want to play